Hello, welcome to the very first episode of, finishing the Royal Louise. You can see her here next to me. I'll do a little walk around in a moment. I bought this ship online, basically because I have a weakness for the Royal Louise. I have a plastic model of it. There's a video on my YouTube channel. And I really like this ship. It's very beautiful. So I bought one that's largely finished already. Basically, it needs some paint and a lot of wires, and then she's done. I think it's a nice little project. Well, little project. It will take me months to do, but she'll be beautiful when she's finished. Let's do the walk around. So this is the Royal Louise in the state that I bought her. Let's zoom in a bit, or get a bit closer, not actually zooming. So here you can see that all the spars have been attached with tie wraps. I'm not sure whether I'm going to leave it like that. So the hull was pretty well made. It seems to be a bit dirty, but I don't know, I kind of like the authenticity of it. It gives it a bit of a experienced look or something. So these are all loose, at least. Okay, this one is stuck. This one is loose. They're just there to make sure that I don't lose them. All the boots, they're made of metal, by the way. I have to repaint them because, yeah, you can see that they got scraped or scraped a bit. Also, she's really dirty. Already tried cleaning this a little bit, but I need to do it well. See, there's some damage to the railing. Someone made a good start on the... I don't know what this is in English. So yeah, looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna clean this one a bit, paint the letters in the background again, replace these things because the ship is now not attached to the base, which is really annoying if you have to carry it. So I'm gonna change that. So this is probably the look why I bought her. It's really decorative. Not everything is that beautiful, so I was considering taking it off and rebuilding it, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Just going to touch up the paint here and there and leave it as is. But it's pretty, isn't she? So I'll just go to the other side. It's easy to film, but see, much the same as the other side. So not much work to do on the hull. Basically, some repainting. There's this is supposed to be gold, but it has disappeared mostly. This one is not stuck. This one is damaged. So probably what I'll do is take off all the cannon and try to take off this little hut, and then clean the deck properly. This one is also not attached, so that should be possible to clean it a little bit more than it is now. So I have a lot of ideas about painting this ship. So probably it's a good idea if I insert a picture of my Heller model here, the plastic one, because I'm gonna use the paint scheme of that. So I think I'm gonna paint all these ratings red, and let's grab a cannon here. So I'm gonna paint these cars red as well, and the wheels are going to be black. This I'm going to probably paint in some accented color. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the bottom one, because I can't reach it anymore, I think. I don't know. Still have to decide that. It's also a matter of how much work it is versus the results that I get. So yeah, these are going to be painted all in gold. Or in red, depending on the paint scheme of the header. Also, there should be closing hatches above all these cannon. So I'm going to make all those, and they're going to be red as well. So I'm going to add red as an accent color. I think that will be really, really cool to see. So I usually don't do that much painting on a ship because I like bare wood. But I'm going to make an exception here. I have to try something different now and then. Also, the hull is not varnished, it's just blank wood. I'm not going to leave it that way. Usually I put some sort of lacquer over it, but yeah, let's try to switch things up a bit. So yeah, I think first we're gonna fix the base, make sure it's stuck on there. Then I'm gonna remove all the deck fittings and clean them up, and then clean the deck. Might even take off all the spars, but I don't know yet. And then I'm gonna do a lot of painting. So let's get started. So I've been doing some more work on the Royal Louise. So first I removed all the little cannons from the deck. I want to paint all of these, so that's why I removed them. So this one came off in one piece. That's pretty much okay. But others were a little bit damaged. This one, let me show you. Oh, it has only one set of wheels. The others are... of course I still have them, so I'll just glue them on. But they'll be painted red, I think. So you can see here that I was just trying out different colors. So probably these two are pretty much the same, so I'm going to use these two. I have a lot of paint, I'm trying to finish what I have first. Also I cleaned the Royal Louise. There was a lot of dust on it, a lot. Actually, even on the hull I brushed it off. Oh, I brushed it off with a brush, and like this. And actually, a lot of the color came back, so it was pretty good. I also experimented whether I could remove some of the. Well, there seems to be some sort of. I don't know what it is. Maybe. So another look at it, I think that the builder tried to put some, let's say, some form of accent color between some sort of caulking line between the planks. It looks like that a little bit, or maybe he filled some holes, but it seems unnecessary. Anyway, I'm not going to fix that because it's not that visible, and this little bit of dirt adds a little bit of character to the ship. I quite like it, so I'm going to leave it as is. I also cleaned all the spars up here and the masts, so they are ready to stay clean. I don't know how long it's going to happen, but... So I plan to repaint the blue area because the blue shade seems to have faded a little bit over time. Fortunately, I could remove all the pins from these elements, so I can still paint behind them, even though one of them broke over there. But I still have replacements of these. Also, I wonder whether this is the way it's supposed to be, because on the other side of the ship, this one, so it looks different. It's the same as these, and only that one is different. So I'm going to check the drawing whether this setup is the way it's supposed to be. Also, the eye bolt is smaller here as well. But over here it's been done also. So perhaps this is by design. I'm going to check the drawings. I think I still have all of these, both the silver ones and the brown ones. So if necessary I can replace some. So I think with this I can start repainting the blue area. I'm gonna double check the colors tomorrow in the sunshine, because, well, in daylight I should say, it's winter. And then I'm gonna start with that. Probably here at the back I'm also going to try to repaint some of the blue, because it's also a little bit tattered. But I'm gonna take a close look at the difference between this part of the ship and the sides, because if it doesn't improve much, I might leave all the blue parts intact and only paint the gold parts, because, well, you can clearly see that they need a little bit of an update. So yeah, small fixes, small changes. So I've been repainting all the blue parts. So the gold parts I still have to do, but the blue is repainted. And if you compare it to the situation beforehand, it's much better. The blue is so much richer than it was. I also did the sides. Let me just move some stuff around. Paint's still there. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty good. See, I was happy that these things came off. I could paint that as well now. Yeah, look good. The experience does learn that when you look at it in full daylight, it's going to be a little bit less pretty. But still, I'm happy for now. I'm gonna enjoy this. So, whilst some of the paint is drying, I have been cleaning up all the Canon. Canon is the multiple of Canon, right? I guess. So these were all fine. I just cleaned them up a bit. So mostly the bottom side of it was full of old glue, and I'm gonna paint all of them, so I didn't remove all those glue stains. But they were good enough. Some were damaged. You can see here one, that one was missing both of the wheels, so I fixed that one. The one there is a new wheel. I still have to attach the cannon and the two brackets. This one is drying, also with a new wheel. For some reason this one has bigger front wheels than back wheels. I don't know why. These all had their one of their wheels broken off while I removed the cannon from the deck, so they have been reattached. And I have to restore one bracket because sometimes I break things. But all in all, pretty good. So yeah, that's a lot of cannon. I think also that I noticed that there were a few cannon missing in the ship. You can see it over here. There are two empty slots, and it's difficult to see, but maybe you can see it here. Let me point at it. Over there you can see through the ship to the other side, and you can see that there's actually a bracket, or actually a cannon itself. So I think these just broke off. But let me see if I still have some of these cannon, and I'll just replace it. Alright. So yeah, I found some replacements. As you see, they are not the same. But these are going to be half hidden in that hole anyway, so don't think anybody will notice. I'll simply paint them and put them in. I think that's fine. Also, I removed these decorations from the ship. Let me show you where they were. They were attached like that. Oh. They were attached like that, about a little bit higher. And I noticed that they were screwed in place, so I could simply remove them. So this means that I can repaint them, and it's part of my considerations about what to repaint and what not. So I am considering cleaning up the hull, so basically sanding all this down again so that these smudges are gone. Then I'd like to paint this elevated piece and that one and the one below it, and I'd like to paint them in this dark color that's on here. And I don't think I have this exact color anymore, but I'll check. If not, I'll take something that looks like it. But if I do that, I have the opportunity to now paint this one in the same color as I'm going to choose for these raised areas. I am still doubting a little bit, because it also means removing all of these things. It's not that difficult to remove them actually, but it's annoying to paint behind them. So that's the only thing I doubt about in terms of painting. And yeah, cleaning the bottom part here, all these smudges, that is still a matter of debate. If I clean it, there will be a real big color difference between this wood and the wood over here, because this has sort of colored with age and the rest will not have it. So it will look a little bit strange, I think, to start with. So it's a matter of deciding whether I want to accept the smudges or whether I'm gonna try and go for perfection. I don't know yet. I've been doing some painting. So first, an update on the cannon. I ended up switching the replacement cannons, those, for a smaller variant, because I have more of those. I painted them in a copper color, and as you see, the colors don't match, but only the tip of the cannon is going to stick out of the ship, and it's going to be below something in the shade, so you probably won't notice. It's the best I can do for now. Then I repainted the sign here. I repainted all the black and then I redid all the gold on it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It looks much better than it was. Like I said earlier, I also painted these brackets. So first I repainted the dark brown color and then the gold part. And you can see that pretty happy with the results. It's really tiny miniature painting effort, but I really enjoyed doing it. You can imagine how much of a precise job painting of the letters is. But yeah, it's a fun thing to do. So here you can also see a few cannons. I don't know yet. I've basically been experimenting with the color of the paint. So I have now 3 different red colors. One is by Humbrol, the other by Revel, and also bold Hammerite. The reason why I'm experimenting is that the Humbrol color, which is the nicest, doesn't really cover the wood that well. I'll show you in a minute. It really requires a lot of paint work
Probably have to do 3 or 4 layers to get it right. The Revel color is a little bit better. So I think, which one is which? The one in the back is Revel. So this had 3 layers of Revel paint and it looks okay. This is 3 coats of Humbrol paint. It's also okay, but here at the bottom you can see slight blackness still. It just seems to soak into wood a little bit more, the Humbrol color. Also, this is also pretty bad. But so then I tried Hammerite. So this is 2 layers of Hammerite. This is actually a metal paint. It's oil based, I think. It looks okay-ish, but it's not much better than the others. So yeah, also painted it quite ugly, I see. So I'm just abusing the Canons, shit, I should look it up, just to experiment with the paint. So this one is not really done yet. Had 1 layer of Humbrol color and 1 of Revel. And I'm gonna add another Revel layer and then see what it looks like. Let me switch back to the ship and I can show you why I am experimenting with the color. So this is the bow of the ship. And this is the red color that I've put on. So it's 2 layers of Humbrol. And then I just noticed that it wasn't covering that well and I added a layer of Revel paint. I'm not at all happy with the results. I'm trying to show you on the camera. Not sure how well it shows, but first you can see that the paint is on it really thickly, which I don't like. And also, yeah, here you can see on the top that the darkness of the wood is still shining through after 3 layers. Yeah, it doesn't really capture that well on camera. Let me try the other side of the ship, maybe it's easier to see. Yeah, maybe it shows like this, I don't know. So I'm not happy with the results. So this is doubly bad because while I was painting here I noticed that Revel red is a little bit more orange than the Humbrol red. So now there's just an ugly mixture of the 2 in it. So yeah, not so happy with the red so far. I had the same problem when I was painting the Mississippi. I don't think I made a video of that, but it also had red parts in it and I had to paint them 4 times, I think. And the reason why I don't want to paint this 4 times is because all the railings have to become red. So this is already red, but that one has to be red, and that one. This one has to be red, that one, that one, that one, that one, and all the ones on the other side. So it's a very precise job. And no, I made mistakes. See, there's a bit of red there. So I don't really want to do that 3 times. I don't think I'm gonna really avoid it, but I'm still experimenting. So here is a baton of that looks a bit like the wood that's on the ship. This is a primer, so I'm gonna see what happens if I paint over a primer. And this is a layer of Revel, so I'm gonna see what happens if I put 3 layers of Revel on top of each other, just for reference. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I think if I have to choose right now, I just take the Revel paint and keep painting until I'm happy with the result. So it's a bit of a difficult thing, but it happens. This is the back of the ship. So basically I repainted everything here, both the blue and the gold. I still have to fix some of the gold spillings on the blue, but I'm waiting for all the other colors to be finished because there will be more corrections to be done for the blue, I think. But yeah, pretty happy with the results. Even these things got painted at the bottom. Pretty good. Here on the side I made some corrections. I'll show you from the top. This bit was sticking out a lot, so I took my little Dremel multi-tool and trimmed it down. So yeah, it's all done up now. See, one of the corrections I still have to do. But yeah, pretty happy with this. It's, I'm considering doing the Royal Louise letters in red. Also the pattern there, also in red. But I'm just waiting to see how the red and blue combination looks on the entire ship. If it's too much, then I'm gonna do the letters in gold. Well, that's it for episode 1. Let's see what next time brings. Probably a lot of red color painting. I'll try not to make it too boring. Well, let's dream a little bit what's going to be next. Probably going to attach the ship to its base. Install some of the cannon. Figure out what the plural of cannon is. What else will I do? Paint the lifeboats, I think. I'll probably figure out what I'm gonna do with the spars. But that's for next time. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.